Kathleen Kennedy planning to exit Lucasfilm at the end of 2025. This is on Variety. A longtime president of Lucasfilm is expected to step down at the end of 2025. She intends to retire after her current contract ends, according to a source with knowledge of her plans. A source. A separate source close to Kennedy, however, dismissed the initial report by Puck as pure speculation and said nothing has been decided. Oh, okay. Kennedy joined Lucasfilm in 2012 to co-chair alongside Star Wars creator Lucas, shortly after Lucas exited his post as Disney to acquire the company for $4 billion. Kennedy was elevated to president. She's credited for reviving a property by launching the sequel trilogy, beginning with the 2015 Star Wars Force Awakens, as well as a critically acclaimed 2016 spin-off Rogue One. Kennedy also charted a future for the franchise on streaming with these TV series such as The Mandalorian and Andor. However, her future with the company behind Star Wars has been the source of speculation for years. The Force Awakens remains the highest gross film in domestic box office history, with $936 million, $2 billion globally. But the triad of Skywalker-centric blockbuster experienced diminishing returns. Rise of Skywalker capped off the trilogy in 2019 with a still impressive $1 billion, albeit half as much as Force Awakens earned a few years earlier. That may not have been a big deal, but it came off a year after the financial failure of 2018's Solo, a Star Wars story, which became the first Star Wars movie ever to lose money in its theatrical run. Some are saying, hey, it's done. She's on her way out, end of the year, end of the contract. Others are saying, pure speculation. BS. It's not going to happen. Now, this article, which is interesting that it starts off with that. Then it goes right into her history and reviving the property. She is credited with reviving the property, right? Which I find interesting because they're already writing her memoriam, like, and her history. They're already honoring her, like Variety. So Variety's saying she revived. She's credited as reviving the franchise. I mean, whoever was in charge. Disney bought it. They want to do movies. Prior, Star Wars was doing pretty well, right? With its cartoon series, with its past movies, with its EU. One could say it was a very healthy IP, which is why Disney bought it for $4 billion. Star Wars has struggled to return to the big screen since Rise of Skywalker. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to. Here we go. At Lucasfilm, Kennedy also oversaw 2023's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the fifth and final film in the Harrison Ford-led series. The action adventure, which relaunched the property after 15 years, was a catastrophic failure. Nice. Dial of Destiny generated $383 million globally against a $295 million budget, ultimately losing around $140 million for the studio, as what they're reporting. Probably cost the movie more to make, more from reshoots as far as the budget and then marketing. Either way, it's a catastrophic failure. Then Star Wars has struggled to return to the big screen. That's like a no-no. Though not for lack of trying on the studio side. Since in the years since, Lucasfilm has announced several Star Wars projects by filmmakers such as James Mangold, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, Taika Waititi, and Donald Glover, but none have come to fruition yet. Meanwhile, the new takes on the space opera series from Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins, Marvel producer Kevin Feige, The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, Game of Thrones creators Benioff and Weiss were shelved for various reasons. So now they're starting to come out here with some truth, right? As far as how KK has worked with people. Not only was Dial of Destiny a huge flop, but she couldn't even get a new Star Wars movie made since Rise of Skywalker. There was already trouble with her firing people, with her greenlighting these projects and for various reasons, they're not happening. They haven't happened. I don't think any of those that were mentioned, these are going to happen. But again, guys, right? These are acclaimed directors, whether you like them or not. That's not the issue. Taika Waititi, James Mangold. These are not these little indie directors. These are like acclaimed directors that she was able to get. And now here it says Lucasfilm has plans to eventually reintroduce itself to movie theaters. The Mandalorian and Grogu continuation of the Disney Plus series about the helmet-wearing bounty hunter, played by Pedro Pascal, is set for theatrical release in 2016. Meanwhile, X-Men alum Simon Kinberg is reported developing a new Star Wars trilogy. And that is the story. So really, before I just want to hit these other headlines here, because Hollywood Reporter, Lucasfilm boss expected to retire this year. This is from Hollywood Reporter. Variety, all the bigger names probably talk to the people at Puck, talk to their sources. They're like, you know what? We are going to run with their source as quoting it according to Puck. Opening paragraph says it's happening after years of speculation and polite urging from observers like me. Kathleen Kennedy has informed Disney, as well as friends and associates, that she will exit as Lucasfilm president by the end of the year. Per 3 sources, Disney and Kennedy's personal publicist declined to comment. Okay, so according to Puck, per 3 sources. Now, what probably happened is Variety, all those other ones we just brought up, Hollywood Reporter, had to verify those 3 sources, had to verify Puck sources to even run this. Correct. And this is why I think this is a huge difference in what we've heard the last couple of years. The story, right? Now, obviously, everyone's going to talk about it. Everyone's got their opinions, all that stuff. But whether it's true or not, whether it's going to happen or not, let's say it happens. Let's say it happens this year. Who's in charge? Who will be in charge? Who has been in charge? What is the creative vision for the movies, for the brand? Because let's be honest, guys, this brand has been on life support for years now. And that is me being very, very fair.